Road to the pros, baby. I think we're on episode 5 now. Yeah, I think that's right. I think, let's see, we cooked chicken twice. We were at the gym once, and we were over there in the den another time. And tonight for episode number 5, baby, we are at the dining room table. And man, to be real with you guys, I actually don't have that much to talk about tonight, but I just got this new little microphone for Christmas that makes me feel like super professional and like way more of a big deal than I actually am. And so I thought, hey, let me go ahead and shoot a video and just kind of, see what this whole mic business is all about. So I don't know if you guys are getting static on your end or if it sounds clear or whatever, but we're gonna test it out. We're gonna try it, and we're just gonna, kind of see what happens. And so, episode number 5, man, Road to the Pros. If you guys have been following me at all, then you guys know that I want to turn pro. I want to earn my pro card in some of the natural organizations, some of the most prestigious natural organizations, like WNBF, like NAMBF, like OCB, like these top organizations with all the guys I look up to, man, like Lane Norton and Alberto Nunez and just Cliff Wilson and all these dudes, right? And so if you've been following me, you know that I'm going to take this year off, 2018. I'm really focusing on building muscle this year. Well, that's if I can ever get this carb cycling thing figured out and kind of get my act together and get to the body weight that I want to be at before I start building muscle. But I should be there hopefully in the next, 4 or 5 weeks. But I said that 4 or 5 weeks ago, and then the holidays came and the holidays went. And hey, man, I'm not a robot. I make mistakes and I go off track from time to time. And so, I'm paying the price now, today. And so hopefully in 4 or 5 weeks, we can kind of start the legitimate reverse diet and kind of do that for the rest of 2018. But I'm going to do that. And then 2019, that's when I'm getting back on stage. And I've already made up my mind, man. I'm already locked and loaded. I'm going to turn pro. Like, period. End of discussion. I'm going to turn pro. It's going to happen in 2019. I'm going to put myself in a position to where I'm going to make sure that it happens. And so to do that, the reason why I'm kind of going through this little series, Road to the Pros, is I want to document the whole thing, man. We started this a couple of months ago, kind of from square one, if you will, talking about the off season, talking about the mental approach, talking about like how to build muscle was one of the ones I did recently about volume and that kind of stuff. And so this video doesn't necessarily have like a common, like a concrete theme other than the fact that I want to try out my microphone. But aside from that, the one thing I kind of want to talk about with you guys is I'm sort of excited that I'm actually going to be changing my training split from 5 days a week weight training to only 4 days a week. So I'm actually scaling down. I'm actually going to kind of scale back a little bit. And the reason why I'm doing that is a couple of reasons. Number one, my schedule outside of the gym with like work and family and like F cubed and that kind of stuff, there are just greater demands being placed on my time right now. And so thinking about it, just thinking, all right, hey, it's getting harder and harder for me to allocate 5 days a week to the gym to weight training. And so I was like, can I move this back to 4 days a week? Could I take this split and move it into a 4-day-a-week split? And I love training, man. Like, I love training. So I didn't want to do that. I'm like, man, I don't really want to do that. I love being in the gym. But you take kind of the time demands and you couple that with the fact that my body is kind of banged up, man. Again, if you guys have been following me, you know that I've been dealing with a few different things. My hamstring, my elbows, the back of my right knee. And so I just have a few different things that it's probably because I'm getting up there, man. It's probably the fact that I'm 36, gonna be 37 this year, and I've logged, 50,000 squat reps, 100,000 squat, I don't know, it's some crazy number. I mean, my joints and my tendons and my muscles and my bones and my skin and my cartilage and my any other thing that's in my body has been taking a pounding for years and years and years. And I want to keep bodybuilding for many, many years to come, right? Thankfully, I didn't do anything too stupid for the last 15 years that put me in a really bad spot. But, just having nicks and dings and injuries, it's part of the process, man. And so you've got to be smart and you've got to think about this stuff strategically. And so one of the things I'm going to do is by eliminating one of those weight training days, it's going to give my body more time to rest. It's going to give my body more time to recover. And as a result, I think that my hamstring might actually reach 100% sometime this year. That would be terrific. It's been something that's been bothering me now for, let me think, probably about 7 or 8 months or so. I mean, I haven't deadlifted in a while. I think I stopped deadlifting in June or July of last year. And so it's been at least 6-7 months. And I stopped kind of doing high intensity intervals for a while for my cardio. I was only doing steady state for a little while there. I think that helped. I think that helped my hamstring a little bit, but I think the byproduct of that was it actually put a greater emphasis on my knees. And so now my knees are feeling kind of sore. And so it's kind of like, come on, man. Like, I fix one, I plug one hole, another one springs up in the back. But that's it. That's life. That's training, right? And so, I think moving from 5 days to 4 days, though, is really going to help my system. And I'm kind of excited about it. I'm kind of excited about it because the way I'm going to structure it is it's going to be 2 days on, so Monday, Tuesday. I'm going to take Wednesday off. I'll go 2 on, and then I'll take the weekends off. So it's a 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, 2 off split, which that was one of my favorite splits back in college. I loved that split. I made so many gains on that split when I was just a young whippersnapper and had no idea what I was doing. And so I'm excited to kind of get back into that split, and maybe I'll talk a little bit more about what that split's going to look like, in a future video, because I'm really actually not quite sure yet myself. I just came to this realization like 1 or 2 days ago. And so I still have to think through like, all right, how am I going to take 5 days and fit them into 4? Especially when I still want to keep pushing volume, right? I still want to keep maximizing volume. And so you might be thinking, well, how can you do that? Well, here's one of the things that I'm definitely going to do is I am going to focus on my chest and I'm going to focus on my shoulders. Those are the 2 areas that I really want to build up for this upcoming year. Some of the areas that I don't feel like need as much work are my legs and my triceps. And well, actually, my legs, my biceps, and then my triceps. Last year, my triceps were a huge weak point. And so I put a lot of work into my triceps and I brought them up to where I think they might be a strong point now. And so it's kind of like a balancing act, right? Like I'm going from 5 days to 4 days, but I'm going to pare down my leg training. I'm going to pare down my bicep training. I'm going to pare down my tricep training, and I'm going to kind of fill in those gaps with more chest and more shoulder work to try to give some increased frequency and still push some more volume through my chest and through my shoulders, which thankfully are 2 areas in my body where I don't feel too many injuries. I don't feel too many, extraneous nicks and dings, and so I think that'll work out okay. But I'll probably run through what my actual split looks like maybe in episode 6 when I do another Road to the Pros here in 1 or 2 weeks. But that's it, man. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think the mic was solid? Do you guys think the mic was a big improvement? I'll be excited to kind of see what the audio sounds like when I listen to this guy here just now. And so I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope I gave you guys some value. I just kind of was rambling for, 8.5 minutes now. And so hopefully you pulled some nugget of wisdom out of there, somewhere to help you in your training. But I appreciate you guys as always, man. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, that would be phenomenal. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, or you can even find me on Facebook. I'm pretty active on Facebook now with the F Cubed page. So F Cubed, J Schultz F3, Live F Cubed. You can go to the website if you want to check out some videos. If you have an event coming up where you could use a speaker, if you want to reach out to me there, I would love to kind of talk to you about that. And that's it, man. I'm about to go make some egg whites and shut this day down. So we'll see you guys next time.